What is up, guys? Bitch 42 here, and welcome to this week's installment of The Rise of the Scythe and Shield.
What a great show!
What a great series, man! What a great series. But due to some complications this week, we weren't able to actually record a full episode.
Suck.
Wow, thank you, Prince. Really appreciate it. No one asked you, Jasper.
Yeah, shut up, Jasper.
But due to some complications, we weren't able to get like a full-blown episode out this week, so I decided that it would be funny if we got the whole, well, almost the whole cast ready for an episode and just did like a quick little Q&A session sort of kind of thing. Yeah, cool. So we're gonna go around the table. So bird person, introduce yourself, who you are, what your name is, you know, anything you want, really. Go for it.
Who's going first?
I said bird person!
Oh, no.
Oh, bird.
Hi, Bird.
Daughter.
Hi, bird.
Hi, Bird.
Hi, bird.
Hello, I'm Claire, but I'm also Kaylee. I'm Burb. Hello.
Hi.
I don't know what to say.
Wow, it's middle school all over again.
You're scared.
It's literally what's happening.
Alright, see you guys.
Look, you just made her leave.
Alright, we're continuing going through the introductions, all the way to our left. Zafina, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Alicia. I play Safina. That's literally all I do.
Yep.
No, but we love you!
Yay! Alright, next woman in the room.
Hello, I'm Megan A, but I'm played by Ray, and I mean, my character is supposed to be really smart, but in real life, I'm actually really stupid, so this is very ironic.
Can confirm. Can confirm.
Very confirmed.
Alright.
You're big smart.
Okay, across the table from me, I think we should all
really
know who this is, but go
myself.
across the table.
Oh.
Wait, who is this?
I don't know. Who do you think it is, Pat?
Oh, definitely the main character.
I think that you caught my stupid.
Don't worry, it's Pat. Do I have to explain?
Yes, you do
who
have
I
to
am?
explain yourself.
I'm the YouTuber Outrail.
Shut up!
Alright.
You're echoing off me. Be quiet.
Are you a girl? You've got one in your intro.
For those of you who don't know, Pat and I live together. Okay, that's.
I have the kick zoo command up and running again, just in case I need to.
No, don't do
And
it.
speaking of zoo, Prince Jasper, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Zoo. I like long walks on the beaches, except at home. I'm very
No one
introverted.
cares, Jasper.
Thanks. I was very much like my real life.
Do I love you?
About me.
So I love you.
Yeah,
Like in
be
real life,
mean,
this
stop
guy's
being
a
mean.
jerk.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Do I love you?
And then, obviously, hi,
Coincidence, I love me too.
Cruiser42, aka
intros
Mitchell.
going.
How you doing? Shield Hero here.
Bringing you another fantastic video.
Yep, as I try. I knew this was gonna be a cluster the moment I thought of the idea.
I'm dying.
But yeah,
help.
so we're here for a little Q&A session between the whole staff. I mean, there's other staff that isn't here, obviously, but shouts outs to them. They help out with the series. Obviously, Lily makes the thumbnails. We also have Aaron Lazuli, who plays the Queen. And we've got some other people on the sidelines that are slowly being put in. As you guys might have saw last episode, we had Zara play the King. And we've got a few other people slowly, you know, getting their way into the series as time goes on. But Pat, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? for
Pufferfish!
questions?
Stop throwing pufferfish.
Y'all throwing fish around the table.
All right, so you
Look,
want
I
me
like
to answer
fish,
questions?
okay?
All right, so
Let's
basically
just talk about pufferfish.
we asked questions in our community tab yesterday, which actually when this video goes out, it's 2 days ago. We asked stuff in our community post that we were going to ask questions about everything. So a bunch of you have written questions. So I personally haven't seen any of them because I like to read them, like, you know, on the go. So I guess, do you want me to mention one right off the bat?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so the first one, the top one right off the bat is, hey, Pat, do you like Megan A more than a friend?
Ooh.
Gossip.
My God, it's just like, it's like spin the bottle.
Yeah, I know. And then Megan just looks at you like, well.
Well, I'm right here. You might as
Come
well
on.
tell me.
I want your tail.
Here's my tails.
Tail. Pat gets to fluff the tail. That's all. Literally.
That was the
Pat's
point of this
fault.
Q&A session. We thank you guys very much for joining us.
The tail has been fluffed.
Zoo, you can go back to ruling your kingdom. Go for it.
Can I go back to my egg?
There you go. All right, but yes. Okay,
I guess character-wise, we'll see over time.
over time.
Over time,
You
we'll
will
see
you
what
will
happens.
learn some. There's actually a couple questions I saw in here that related more towards like a romantic side with characters, not just my character, but like all the characters in
Makes sense.
general. And just a heads up, yeah, there could be
There could be some of the
relationship stuff.
Whoa.
the hitting on
Woo.
people
Woo.
and then the crushing.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I don't know what this thing called relationships is.
As
It's okay, you're too young.
As you should.
Oh, okay.
you are small.
You can barely get on the rides in Disneyland. Come on.
You're like
I'm like
you're
I'm
2
like
weeks old.
7 days. I'm like 2 weeks. I thought it was like 7 days.
Actually, I don't know how old you are. When were you
I think I'm literally just like a week old.
Yeah, at this point, I
Wait,
think you're only
how
like
long were you
5
guys in my
days.
house for?
I think
Oh
like
yeah,
a
I
week.
probably am just like. Oh,
I think
yeah,
you are a
not
week
even
old.
I'm a
There's
week
another
old.
question for the audience. She's about a week old at this point.
I'm a
There
week
you go.
old.
So,
Yay.
all right. So I
So
got
the-
I got on my side. Jessica Fleming. Oh yeah, who said your?
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
it was Alpha Froster Eternal Enderwolf.
Nice.
My God, you have a long name.
Long
What's up?
name. Thank you for your questions.
Long name, but
So I have Jessica Fleming here who put multiple questions. I'm only going to do 2 of them because I want to save other ones for later because a lot of people also asked this other question. But the first question is, why did you decide to do this roleplay? And the second question is also, how is it shooting the IRL scene in the first episode?
Oh, I'm
Oh, that's
actually
a good question.
very happy
Yes.
someone actually asked about the IRL.
I am
stuff.
also very
Oh,
excited
no.
that someone said.
All
that.
right, so
happy
go
too.
ahead. Since I was asked to you go ahead and explain as much as you can, Mitch.
Oh, okay, so the deciding of the roleplay was I wanted to do a Shield Hero something when the series was out. I just didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I think, originally me and Alicia were going to do something with it.
Yep,
But
this is
then,
your idea
Yeah, but then
at first.
we went into thinking into the roleplay territory because I was doing roleplays more often. And then from there, Pat was like, "Hey, we want to do a roleplay together, like we did back with Fairy Tale." And I was like, "Cool, I already have an idea I'm working on."
Yeah.
So we went from there, and then obviously it became what it is. I don't want to go full into why we made it and stuff like that because there are other questions that do relate to that. But deciding the roleplay was really easy because Shield Hero was something that I knew we could pull off. There were a lot of other animes out there that I would love to do, but are incredibly difficult to pull off in Minecraft.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But deciding roleplay was because we loved Shield Hero, and we can't wait for the other anime seasons to come out. We're very excited for them.
Yes.
I'm
Um,
hyped for second season.
Yes, very
Second
hyped
and
for
third
second and
season.
third.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that was why I decided on it. We really liked the anime, and we thought that not only would it be possible to pull off in Minecraft, but we could pull it off well.
Yeah.
And the IRL scene was something I brought up with Pat because when we were thinking about doing the series, in the first episode of Shield Hero, Nafumi gets sucked into the world via a book in a library. So I thought that it would be interesting, instead of like us getting sucked in by something else or doing it in Minecraft, that it would be cool to do it as an IRL scene, so that way our IRL selves would get sucked into Minecraft, in a sense, to
Yep.
then be in the Shield Hero world. And we decided to do it. We borrowed a book from Rachel's house in Maine
Yeah.
and went from
Random book.
there.
The book
we-
is actually the history.
We did it on a beach.
Yeah.
Basically, the
history of
series is an
Bridgerton.
excuse for Pat and Mitch to actually get their anime girlfriends.
Mhm.
Heck yeah! Yeah, boy.
But can we just
Except-
say that the ducks in the IRL scene, they were really annoying.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
had a
we
lot of
had to do
issues with
multiple.
ducks via
One of them like
post-recording.
almost bit me and I screamed while we were recording.
I think I still have that clip. I may not,
Please?
but
I
Please.
hope so.
I might have
It was so
deleted it, but it
funny.
might be on my camera still when
That was so
I did
funny.
it. So I hope so. But yeah, that was it for
All
that
right.
question. Thank you very much, Jessica.
Yeah. All right. So I guess I'll go ahead and do one for here. I guess I'm gonna go because getting a lot of these questions because they're asking a lot of questions pertaining to my Scythe, because
Okay.
Mitch's shield is, you know, going through different properties basically. But there are questions as to if my Scythe, my lovely Scythe here, that's just as big as a freaking table, is gonna do anything else. I don't want to like spoil particularly too much, because if I told you, oh yeah,
Safina's getting stabbed.
Zafina's dead.
there we go. I'll stab
died.
Mitch. There we go.
Yeah.
Much better. But if
Still
I don't want to spoil stuff, because if I spoil it for you guys, I feel like the surprise would be not there. But expect the Scythe to do other things.
Other thing.
What those things are, we'll just have to figure that out. You'll have to see on the next episode of the Rise of the
Oh my god.
Yeah, so yeah, you'll have to figure that out. But you know, I think there was like at least I saw like 5 or 6 of these questions that were asking about the Scythe in general. Yeah, there could be other things that happen. It is a legendary weapon after a while, just like Mitch's pathetic shield. So you know,
It turns into
Yeah,
gun.
it's true. It's true.
it does. Scythe turns into gun.
Yeah.
That is pointing
and my
at
side,
Jasper's head.
I just hit right click
second.
and I blocked.
See, I could take the shot right now.
Take the shot.
Take the shot.
No,
Take
we
the
don't.
shot.
Do it.
Do it. You
Go
won't.
do it.
Oh god, it's so loud. I left my sounds on.
No shooting inside my
Jesus
house.
Christ, my ears.
So thank you to everybody who was asking about that, because I got like.
Also, don't mind
5
the
or 6
fire
of them.
trucks going by my house.
I can't even hear him.
Okay.
I know that you guys can, but no, I can't even do it.
I can't hear him.
All right, so Mitch, go ahead.
Okay.
We're gonna do a number of these, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna let this go for a little bit. It's kind of like a weird podcast in a sense, because it's literally what it is. So I saw this question pop up a lot in the comments as well, which it's like a half kind of spoiler, but half not in a sense, because it is something I planned on doing. And it says, this is from Hiccup32, and along with a lot of other people asking, will you bring more characters into this series, and will they be like the ones from the anime? And I also saw other people saying along the lines of, will other YouTubers be joining the series? So to elaborate on that, I do plan on bringing more characters in. As you guys saw last episode, we had the King, who is voiced by Zaru. My plan is to have additional characters slowly be put in, either just for like an episode, or like to be a character that we'll see throughout the series, or, you know, just a one-time thing. I do want that to happen. But I also want to get some of my friends to voice different characters every now and then, just to add more, like an element, instead of hearing like the same people voice the same characters and stuff like that. I think it's more fun that way, and it gets other people in just for like a quick little cameo or something along those lines. And will it be more like the anime?
Hearing me voicing.
Yeah. We can't have Zoo voice everyone. But will they be kind of like the anime? In a sense, yes, but in a sense, no. So, like for instance, what we did with the Queen and the Prince. So as you guys know, in the anime, the Queen and the Princess are kind of like, I mean, not the Queen and the Princess. The King and the Princess are on the bad side. If you didn't know this, it's literally first episode, so I'm not spoiling it.
Like 5 minutes in.
It's literally the first episode of Shield Hero. Go watch it. But we decided that since they were bad, we would do a reverse, where like the Queen would be bad and the King would be somewhat good, or maybe kind of neutral, or some sorts of like that, and then have you know, the Prince and Princess roles also swap. You know, given kind of like a similar feel to the anime, but it being vastly different in a sense, because now these characters' personalities are way different. Why is there wine on the table?
Who's
yes,
drinking?
Who's popping
It's
out the
me.
champagne?
It's
You
the bird.
were a week old. You were not allowed to.
We're not allowed to drink that at this table.
None of that. None of
No
that.
booze at the table, you child.
But yeah, so you're definitely going to see more characters over time. How important they will be to the series, I guess, comes down to what we believe would be good for the story, in a sense.
Yeah.
But I think I answered that pretty well.
I would say so, yeah, pretty
So
much, yeah.
Thank you for your questions.
There you go. All right.
Hey.
So let's see here. I'm going through a lot of them. Lots of them. I'm trying to think of like one that would be for kind of like all of us. Actually, you know what? We could probably do another thing. A couple of people are asking. I see like a few pop up once again on mine. A lot of people are asking similar questions. So that basically is, how long do you plan on making this series? And if this series, like, what are you gonna do if our series ends before season 2 even begins? Like, of the anime, because right now we don't even know when season 2.
Yeah, sadly we don't have that power.
It's coming. It's coming. Like, that's all we know. It's coming. Season 2 and season 3 of the actual anime are confirmed, and also the manga, and I bet the light novel, if there is I'm assuming there's a light novel.
There is a light novel.
Yeah, there is.
It always starts out as a light novel. So like, that stuff keeps going for a long time. So technically, like, how long we're gonna want to do this series? Well, I'm not sure, like, episode length. I mean, as it is, are we like episode 6 or 7 at this point?
We're on episode. We're almost in double digits.
Yeah,
We're getting there.
We're getting there. I think we're like 7 or 8 at this point.
Wow,
And
it doesn't feel like it's been that
We've
long.
been doing the series for like
I
a
know.
month and a half now.
yeah,
we
so
started in November.
yep, we finally did it. I mean, we've had the series on our brain since summer, but we finally started getting it. And like, a month and a half ago, and you guys already know that we do this every single week, kind of like how an anime is. So how long we want to do it for? Well, I don't really know if we have like this is how many episodes it's going to be. It's just basically like until we can wrap up enough to say that's enough for a season. I think that's pretty much how we're gonna say it. Basically, don't expect it to be done anytime soon.
Yeah, I would definitely say that.
I would say
Next
for
episode, series cancelled. Bye bye.
Yeah.
goodbye, hiatus forever, channel deleted, goodbye. Yeah, really.
You're
But
fired,
I think
Jasper.
you're fine.
Okay.
Don't steal
But,
my lines.
No,
Oh no, he's breaking.
Hey, you're fixing
No,
that.
wait,
You're
goodbye.
fixing that.
I can't leave. I can't.
Good, you're trapped.
You are
Yeah, you're
trapped.
staying there. No, you go back in.
Yeah.
Stay.
So while Jasper repairs the house, basically, yeah, we don't expect the series to end anytime soon. We really don't have any date or any episode frame as to when that's supposed to be.
No.
Just assume that
It's gonna go for a bit.
It's gonna go for a bit, and during that time, you might even expect a couple others to show up, like different role plays in general, entirely.
Yeah. For either of our
could be.
channels.
Well, anybody who records, period.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of people that actually, I mean, like Mitch and I record, we're basically the only people that record this series, but I mean, we have plenty of other people in the series that also have their own YouTube channels that record on their stuff, so expect stuff from them too, that aren't related to the series. So, there's enough to go around. I'm just going to say this right now. There's enough to go around.
There's enough
but yeah,
content to be spread.
There's
for
a lot.
while.
There's enough content.
There's
so
enough ideas.
I wouldn't worry.
And stuff.
Yeah, as long as the ideas are flowing, which we've got plenty that we haven't even explored yet. So yeah. All right. So thank you everyone who was asking that. That was like another 5 people that were asking that. So, and I'm not saying names, but it's because there's a decent amount of people
Yeah,
doing
this is a
Thank you.
lot.
All right. So go ahead, Mitch. You
Okay, so I'm gonna pick one here that wasn't really. I didn't see a lot of it, but I thought it was funny to bring up with everybody. Which is it's a question from Crystal, and this is for everyone in the cast. If you could change one thing about your character or about the series, what would you change?
Oh.
Yeah, so this is something for your personal character, like if you wanted to change something for them, or swap something around for them, something maybe you don't like that you would want to change, or something about the series that you would want to change.
I want Mitch gone.
Wow. You know what? Good luck keeping this plot going, man. You know what? Good luck. Here's my shield. Have a nice day.
No, you can't take it off.
You're breaking the fourth
You're
wall.
not allowed to take it off, remember?
Yeah, I know. I
Breaking, you
broke.
can't
Oh
take
no,
it
I've
off.
broken.
Take that back.
Shield.
Also, why is there a wheelchair in here?
No, we're not in SNO. Get this out of here.
All right, so
You guys
I guess
go into
Mitch,
my house.
Mitch, you go first since this was last for you.
Oh, jeez. All right, I'm getting thrown on the spot for the question.
Well, it was your question. It was asked to you.
One thing that I would either want to change about myself for the series or the series in general. I would say it being not weekly, but that's definitely impossible because of our schedules.
Yeah.
Between me and Pat, we're just very busy.
So we can figure something else out.
Yeah, until something else. I would love to try and do
we're-
2 a week, but I think it would be way too much for us.
I
top of
well, I
everything
mean,
else.
in the future, it might happen.
It might,
But
we'll
we have
see.
to. We
No
have
spoilers,
to.
Chol.
We have to. There's a lot of
I
things
can't
that
help it.
need to be talked about behind the scenes.
Oh,
so-
absolutely.
So, yeah, but
I guess for my character, I mean, I like the way I am. I just wish I was a little stronger. a little
boy.
strong boy.
yeah. All right. So, do we want to go around the same clock? Like,
Yeah, we
make,
can go
Kaylee
from
go
like,
first.
yeah.
Go ahead, Kaylee.
Go ahead, Kaylee.
Hmm?
You're on the spot now.
I don't know. I like the way Claire is. She's such a bean.
Who tortures my soul?
Mother, why are you like? I want. Okay, I have. You know what? I do have a thing I want to change. I want Mitch to be nicer to me.
Wow.
There you go.
Calling me out.
I want Mother to love me more.
All right. So, Alicia, if you want to say
I like
anything,
my character.
like
I
your
just wish-
character.
I would maybe just change the eye color to brown because I feel like, or red. I feel like it would fit.
Oh,
But
red.
maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
Wow, that was not a characteristic I
I can see it.
expected. I was thinking like personality wise or anything, and then she was like eye color, and I was like, okay, like, simple enough, easy to go.
Yeah. Go ahead, Hun. You're next.
Oh god, that's tough.
I know it
don't
is a
know.
tough question. That's why I've
I
So
chosen.
know.
tough. I'm just considering my character. My character's she seems like very like serious and uptight all the time. I wish she would just relax. Like I hope like later on she'll relax more and get more goofy. But it's just right now there's just a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I wish. I wish for her to just like relax a little more.
Mm-hmm.
She's just very like go go go. We need to do this.
Exactly. Okay, so for me, how I would like to change the series, I wish we knew how to import models better.
Yeah.
Or make models. Because we have a bunch of other series, like the Origin series, where people have their own custom models and everything like that. And we're still at the point where we're borrowing models from other mods. I mean, hence,
Yeah.
my goddamn Scythe is from the Ruby mod.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
It's a
it's
different
not
version.
a real weapon. It's a different version. It's like the Grim version or whatever. I don't know, but it's from Ruby. It's a Crescent Rose. So I wish that we were able to make our own models a little bit better. That being said, though, I'm fine with how everything looks. It looks good, but I wish that we could be more creative with modeling, and I wish it was easier to do that because we ain't artistic. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But maybe in the future we could start figuring that out more. It's just once again time constraints are a thing. Oh my god. And then one thing about my character personally, I mean I like the character. It's basically just me in real life. But you know what? I want Pat to fluff Megu's tail more. More tail fluffing.
Here you go.
More tail fluffing. There we go. Good.
We'll make it canon. We'll make
Yes,
it
There you
canon.
sir.
Okay, it's gonna happen. I want it to happen too,
All
personally.
right, go ahead, Jasper.
I don't know. I really do like love playing villains or bully-esque characters, but I think if there was one thing I could change, I think it'd be an aesthetic decision.
Oh no!
That is me.
I don't have chat on, so I can't see.
You know,
Get crap out of there.
I was
Did you-
really
did you
tempted
kick him?
in game
Oh,
to ask
no.
him if he was gonna do that, and I'm really
Oh.
glad he did.
I was wondering when you were gonna pull that out again.
Oh no, he got kicked. No, now it's
he
just normal.
he a
Oh,
blue boy
he's-
now.
now he's-
He blue boy.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I
Oh,
really
Lord.
hate it.
I mean, I could go for the I could have gone for the other option.
No.
Oh no.
At least I don't feel nearly as
Damn, you
bad
couldn't even got it
anymore.
with like me with my beard or like my long hair. Just had to be like kind of a crappy
That
one.
looks like a really old photo. of
It
you.
does look
It's
old.
really, it does look really old.
It's from your face reveal video.
Oh my god, that was so long ago. Jesus. Could have just looked up a recent video, you know?
I could have, but I'm lazy.
He was like, and going on my search, he was like, face. I mean, yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, Pat. I think we're gonna do one more piece from us.
One more piece from us? All right. So
I
that
think
means
so.
All right. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let me look around and find one then because I saw like a couple that I could actually, you know what? We'll go into this like a brief discussion about it. And someone asked us, which is the name Coffee Slayer. Me too, dude. Coffee's the best. It says, Pat, are you gonna have more than one opening for this series?
Ooh.
Now, when it came to the opening, like, okay, straight off the bat, thank you guys for loving the opening
And the ending.
and the ending.
Because that was all this
spent-
man across the table. That was all
I
him.
spent
Yeah.
hours upon hours upon hours of scripting. Well, okay, I'm not going to take all the credit because Mitch did stitch together the song for the opening. That wasn't me.
Yep,
that was
I had to edit that song to make it work.
Yeah, which when we mean by stitching is that the song is actually 3 minutes and you cut it apart so that it fits into a 1 minute. So you like cut certain sections out and you have to like put it on the beat and everything. If you don't know anything about music, it's a little harder to explain. But yeah, so he did the stitching for it, and when it came to the opening and the ending, I personally spent how long was that? It was like 8 hours. It was like 5 hours of planning, 8 hours of 4 more hours of recording, and then 8 hours of editing it. Because I had to learn certain editing styles, like the whole glitching effect. Like I didn't know how to freaking do that before, so I had to do
What
that.
tutorials are for?
Exactly. I was looking up a lot of Adobe tutorials then. But I'm super surprised. I'm super happy of how it came out because that was the first time ever doing a very in-depth intro that had more than just introducing a character, but actually had somewhat of a story attached to it. And like foreshadowing.
My favorite intro that out of any of our friends have done for any roleplay, as well as outro. So.
Pat's like, yes, we're singing.
Just kidding. Everyone else's are really. I like the other ones that we do, but I feel like that one came out super freaking well. But now when he's saying that, is there going to be another intro? I would say
Maybe?
for this particular, I would say okay. Let's put it on the table.
I'm
that
gonna
there
say
might
a
be.
big maybe, but if we
A
do
maybe on the first
seasons-
season. If we do a second season of this, yes, there will be another intro. If we're doing like a longer season 1 and the plot of the season is nothing that has to do with the intro, which basically the intro, if you guys aren't getting it, is like us meeting Claire, us meeting Megu, and then the first wave. That's what the story of that intro is. And then if we're doing stuff past that during season 1, there is a possibility that you will see something different. But if we're doing a season 2, which y'all are loving it, so I wouldn't expect why we wouldn't do a season 2. But it's just a matter of when.
Season 2 confirmed.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Confirmed during this.
But if
Thank
there
you for
is,
joining us, everyone.
yeah.
Yes.
But
The
if
end of
there's
the
a
video.
when the second season goes out, yes, there will be another one. These ones take a long.
Yeah, it's just when
time.
season 2 happens, and if we do a season 2, that's what it all comes down to.
Basically, yes. And with the outro, same damn thing. But I'm glad you guys are really liking it because I put my heart and soul in that, and I freaking lost hours of sleep because of it. So I'm glad you guys
We
are liking it.
enjoy being a part of it.
Yeah, that was
We really enjoy it.
very good. And maybe next time I'll try to like model some stuff a little bit more than just recording it all in Minecraft, but actually do like renders and stuff for it.
Ooh.
Might try to
Make
do
it look
something. Yeah.
sexy.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh.
say like, like one of those intros where like, they have like the still images of like a fight going on, but
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
360 look of it,
Yeah.
where like there's a camera, you could see like all the different angles of it and stuff like that. Maybe something like that, but
Ooh.
that's a long time away.
Yeah,
We're
that's a
I'm
lot
not
of
even
editing.
thinking about it. I'm just spitting out ideas.
My
but,
brain hurts thinking about it.
Yeah, that's a lot. So, yeah, but thank you, Coffee Slayer, for the question. Thank you basically to everybody who's been enjoying the intro.
Mm.
And expect more, especially when it comes to other role plays. Okay, personally for me, if I'm doing more role plays, we'll see more. But if we're doing ones with all of us to it, yes, there will be. I will not, take it like easy for them. It's just going to be as intense, if not more intense, in future ones. That's just the start. That's the start. That's the beginning. That's my first attempt. That's my first attempt at it. So it's only going to get better. So yeah. All right. Mitch, go ahead. Go ahead for the last
So
one.
for this last question, I also saw this pop up a few times. It wasn't a very popular question, which I was surprised at, to be honest. But I figured I'd kind of like mash the 2 or 3 that I saw into like one, because they're all kind of based around the same thing. And it's basically, how do you guys write out your story? Do you plan on keeping it like in touch with the anime / manga and like deciding on what lore stays in and what lore you take out? And then also about how difficult is it to make this kind of series? And that's where we're gonna end it on for questions.
That's actually a really good question. See,
job, Paul.
like when it.
Do I not ask my question after?
Oh yeah. You don't worry. You're gonna ask that question.
Oh, good.
All right.
It's directed towards. Oh god, yeah. But anyways, let's go. Let's go talk about this thing. Okay, so I guess you could relate this. Okay, the last part of that question, you could relate it to any of these like role plays that we do, including like the Origins one. Oh my
Take a lot
god,
of
the
time.
amount of planning. Oh my god. Okay, just like a heads up of like how long it takes an Origins role play to get off the ground is like 2 to 3 months
Or more.
or more. Like right now, I know that Supernatural Origins is currently the current Origins one. Personally, and my series just didn't work out for me, and I'm not doing it. But Mitch is still doing it on his.
Yeah, vampire.
And
Vampire.
yeah, and a lot of us are part of the Origins, regardless of that. But we're like planning like the future ones, and we've been talking about it for like months behind the scenes. This stuff takes forever. And when it comes to like a series like this one took months. This one took like 4 or 5 months.
Well, besides it just even like getting off the ground, we started it in what? Maybe
July, and it started in November.
Yeah.
Like it was like 5 months.
Yeah. It was a long
almost
process.
at the end. It is a long thought process because also too, you have to think about not just the story. Okay, the story elements, like that's the easy part. Okay, the story is actually sometimes the easier part. Thinking of what to do in the series. Another part is first thinking, especially if you're going to do a role play with multiple people, you got to figure out their time schedules. I mean, as it is, we talk to people that are across the world right now.
Like Zoo.
Like Zoo.
It is
So-
almost 2 a.m. I am very
Oh
tired.
my god.
It's very late for this man, and we talked to a lot of people. Like Zaro's in it, and he's in Norway, same boat. And then you think of same bro.
Oh, boy.
but and a lot of people in Origins entirely. Like we have Jakey, who's in Hong Kong, and he like it's just all over the place. So you have to think of like the time frames for everybody. Then you have to we have to figure out who's going to be in the series, like who wants to
hop in and whatnot.
I was
Yeah,
at it on a whim.
You were at it on a whim, and we're glad you took it. Basically, a lot of people are like, "Hey, you want to do this?"
Yeah. That's literally how our invites go. It's literally we just DM somebody that we know, and we're like, "Hey, you want to join us for like an episode or two?" And they're like, "Okay," and we're like, "Dope," and then we drag them in. And we rope them up against the chair and hold them hostage.
What happened to me? Please help. Send help. No, joking.
I haven't seen my family in weeks.
But between like the planning, and then there's also setting up characters, and then the plot. Like, luckily for this, we're basing it off of something that already exists. So when we have to use like lore, like that they were asking about, like lore, you know, we
go on,
wanted
like,
to
wiki.
stay with it, but not be the exact same.
Yeah.
So,
You have to go on like the wiki.
Yeah.
Like, we go on the wiki to like, you know, make sure like, okay, if we do this, is this kind of like what happens? Like, it could happen. It's something that could do it. Yeah, you have to be pretty faithful.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing also too that people don't realize is setting up servers and mod packs for this thing. That's something no one thinks about until they're like, wait, how are we doing this? Because they're like, crap, now you have to make a mod pack. Thankfully, like with these particular mods, if at one point we're in Minecraft 1.12.2 for people who don't know, that version of Minecraft is what most of our role plays are. Unlike, I sometimes do stuff in 1.7.10 because Dragon Block is 1.7. But thankfully in 1.12, like all mods work together. But if you try something in a different version of Minecraft, like 1.7, like I was saying, a lot of stuff doesn't work together. Dragon Block doesn't work with like anything. So you have to like figure out what works and what conflicts. And it can be a painful process. And I will say right now, sometimes it also destroys series before they even start when you realize that you can't even make a mod pack for it. It's very saddening, but I've had that happen to myself a couple of times where I'm like, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, oh, you can't do it. You can't do it. Yeah, so there's a lot that goes into this. There's a lot of planning, but like, I'm assuming people are asking this particular thing too because they want to know, you know, like they want to do it themselves. And I recommend to do it. Like, making your own stories is some of my favorite thing on YouTube. Like, yeah, I do a bunch of different stuff, and we all do it. But I know Kaylee's just dancing and like, the shit out of her. But like,
She's vibing.
it's 40 minutes.
She's vibing to Pat's really long speech.
Yeah, honestly, she's just like, this is like, I love this song. Yeah, but yeah, because it's on YouTube. Like Mitch and I, everyone here does a bunch of different stuff on YouTube besides just role plays. Like, yeah, we have like people in Origins that are strict role play, like, you know, Brian, Richie, Panda, Xylo. There's a bunch of them. Like, they're just,
for the most part, everyone is strict
role play. But Mitch and I go off and do other things besides role plays. But like, I still think role plays are probably like the best thing to make because you basically create something off like out of the ground.
You take your little baby and you make it grow up before your eyes.
Exactly.
Like Claire.
No. She hasn't grown up yet.
But she's gonna grow up eventually.
Look, she's got to be tall enough to ride in the rides at Disney World before she grows up.
What do you make her leave?
It's a small world, is
You're
a
being a bad mom.
It's a small world after all,
Don't
one would
worry,
say.
I'll go back.
Oh God, she flies.
Put it in the house, get it out.
That's the same, Mitch. If you have anything else to add for before I go off on a goddamn monologue, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like, just setting up a roleplay can be difficult depending on what you want to do. I mean, that was like an earlier thing we kind of spoke about too. But a lot of the behind-the-scenes work is hard because, especially for roleplay like this, we need body actors, we need voice actors, we need to have a plot of setting where we want it to be. And then once we get all this recorded, it's like, okay, now we have story. How do we make this evolve in it? Whether we're just doing a regular first-person scene like we're doing now, where we're just talking to each other, or if we're going the extra mile and making a machinima, which is third-person camera work. So it's like, who's going to record what? How do we get the scenes to work the way we want it to? Then there's the editing process, the music process, and then rendering, and then uploading. It's a lot.
All thumbnails too. And
thumbnails.
Trying to figure out who can make thumbnails
Yeah.
as well.
Like, it is a lot of work, but to see it at the end of the day, when you see how people feel about it and how positive it has been since we started, it's worth it.
I was gonna say, this is like one of our best role plays that we've done.
Oh, this has been my favorite, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's something we're with me and you, but like, it's always been my favorites when it's been me and you working on them. Oh, shut the hell up!
I ship it.
Well, I mean,
loves us. Dale loves us.
Oh god, I'd be nice for 2 seconds, and it gets taken out of
Mother's
concept.
love.
No,
I've
I was
got my
gonna
wish.
say, I second that. I still think Fairy Tale New Generation.
Yeah, man.
Because that's like what got us off the ground. That was like our first like actual role play, and it freaking.
And now we're doing them a little better.
And And that's how I found you.
Yeah, like, and it doesn't take us like 8 hours to do the first scene
I'm
of a roleplay.
mostly like not in my brother's room anymore. Like,
Yeah, there was so much that went into
there's
that.
no more chimes anymore.
There's no more chimes. I need a grandfather clock in my next place just to have chimes. But like, there's from what we came from, like, these role plays are the best, I think. And like, yeah, I'm second.
We always have a good time.
Yeah,
It's
like,
almost as if people improve over time or something.
Yeah, it's
weird concept.
Weird
Wouldn't know.
Very weird
Wouldn't know.
concept. Yep, no one didn't freaking know. It's
Uh,
recording on trash tier laptops. And...
yeah, I can't remember if there was any other parts of that question I said because we've been talking for so long about that question. To be honest, I personally don't remember.
You touched on the rest of it because you were asking about you were asking about if you were
laptop.
going to relate this to the series.
Trust me.
Oh yeah, okay, that was the lore
Mine
question.
is not that trash.
Okay, cool, dope.
So yeah, we got it. You got it.
We
All right,
did it.
so
But yeah,
So
thank you everybody for joining us. People on my side. Oh yes, Alicia. Jesus, I'm sorry. Ask your
Alicia.
question. Give Safina the floor. Let the mute talk.
Oh no.
go ahead.
So I saw this on Pat's community tab, and I thought it was funny.
No, I'm not playing Final Stand. What?
And this was really random and has nothing to do with roleplays, but I thought it was funny. So someone asked you if you prefer the brand Gucci or Versace more.
I saw that freaking going through that message. I have no idea.
Damn, you don't gotta yell that loud. It echoes.
I have no freaking idea. How I buy stuff at Walmart. Like, what do you want from me?
Wow, Pat, you're really good at exposing us.
Dude, what kind of YouTuber do you think I am that's affording Gucci type stuff? Dude, I'm wearing
You mean you're
sweatpants from
not rice gum?
Oh man.
sweatpants from Goodwill. What else do you want?
I can barely afford this instant ramen. What do you want?
You're from Walmart.
Yeah, which is like $5. That's enough. I can barely afford rent. Chill.
All right.
Jesus.
All right. Well,
That's
I think
a funny ass question.
I think with that question, we're gonna end off here because it's almost been 45 minutes of chit chatting.
50 minutes of recording this.
So for the people on my side, oh Jesus! All right, he's gone. Thank God. So for people on my side, I don't, because Pat doesn't really do premieres that often. So
Nope.
for the people who were here for the premiere for this, thank you very much. I know it's a very long one. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it and a little bit fun on the behind the scenes stuff. I'll give you a hug later.
My hug.
At my end, I hope you
enjoyed the 10
ads.
Oh,
Give me all
That's
that
fine. I
ad
use
revenue.
ad block.
Yeah.
boy.
Wow, so
You're one of them.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for this. If you want us to do something else like this in the future, like I think I definitely want to have a video with me and Pat where we kind of just sit down and have like sort of like a podcast chat about like YouTube and stuff. I think that'd be really fun between
You
just
guys
me
should
and
do
you.
another real life video. Like how you did it in my summer house.
Yeah.
wait,
Or
we're
something
supposed
along
to get
those lines.
Pat an address.
That was supposed to be for 200K, and now we're almost at 250K a year and a half later.
So
I need to get a dress.
Get a dress.
we need
Go
Pat
get a
to
dress.
look hot.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
We'll get you
It's gonna
measured.
be. We're gonna be demonetized because of just how amazing.
His sex appeal is gonna be off the charts.
Oh
Would you
God!
Would you wear a wig with the dress though? That's the
Yeah,
question.
I
We're
go
getting
all
off topic. I'm trying to
Good,
end the
give me
people's
one of my wigs.
suffering of 45 minutes, Chol.
All right, we're going.
Be quiet, bitch! I'll fight you and break your ankle.
Mother, to stop it. Oh my god, alright, go.
Haley's body isn't
What is?
Yeah, that's what happens when she crouches, which is why she doesn't crouch in this series. But yeah,
This
thank you
is
guys
why
so
we
much
can't
for
get
watching
episodes
this.
so fast.
If you
This
guys
is why we can't have
enjoyed,
nice things.
make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. You know, do the things.
Scribble my izzle.
Subscribble.
Extra salt on those fruit.
Wait, Mitch, I have a question. Who's my dad?
Well, your dad just left.
Oh.
He got kicked.
He went to go
He
get
got
milk.
kicked.
It's been gone for 13 years.
Zavina, in a sense, is your stepdad. I am your mother, and Zoo is your dad. Oh, there he is. Your
My
dad's
father,
back.
he's returned.
He came back from the grocery store 13 years later with the milk.
Ah, my daughter. I wanted a son.
Jesus.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for
Family
watching.
reunion.
We hope you enjoyed, and thank you for all the support in this series. Much love and kisses. Thank you. I
Next
think I
week
just
we'll
broke
be
the
back to normal.
Yeah,
most
we'll be back
likely.
next week.
Bye.
So, thank you all. I love you.
Oh God, broke her house. All right, later. Goodbye, everybody.
Okay, all y'all need to get out of my house.